Welcome, fellas and ladies. So listen up, guys. I've been to close to 50 weddings in just the last few years alone. So I wanted to chat a little bit today about what you should be wearing to a wedding for different situations and different venues, and some rules that you should be following. Stick around. Okay, welcome back. It's great to see you. And as always, I'm glad that you're here. So on the subject of weddings, it was about a year ago, I made a video on 10 things you should know in order to be a great wedding guest. So I'll link that video up here and also down below in the description box. It's a good watch. In that video, I suggested that you do dress up and that you pay very close attention to the dress code that's specified on the invitation, because this is most likely an event that you will want to dress up for. However, dressing up and dressing for the specific occasion can be somewhat different. That's why I strongly suggest paying attention to what's specified on the invitation that you receive. Now, if dress code is not specified, you do have a few options. First, talk to the family, someone close to the family, or to the couple themselves, and ask if there's a specific dress code that they're requesting. Now, there may or may not be, but if there is, you should definitely know about it and you should definitely follow it. Secondly, if there's no dress code specified, find out where the wedding is being held. Is it a church wedding? Is it an outdoor venue? Is it a beach wedding? A barn wedding? Maybe it's just a simple backyard wedding. But knowing all of this can really help you pinpoint your attire for that day. For example, if it's a beach wedding, you probably don't want to show up wearing black tie. And on the flip side, if it's a church wedding with a formal ballroom reception, you probably don't want to show up wearing seersucker. Okay, let's say, for example, there's no specified dress code, but you know based on the invitation that it's going to be held at an outdoor venue. And let's assume that it's going to be a June, July, or August wedding, so it's most likely going to be very warm that day. This is where your unlined summer suits come in. Now, while navy blue and a darker charcoal gray are extremely versatile suit options and would be completely acceptable, I might opt for a lighter color tone, for example, like a lighter blue, a light gray, even a light tan. These are more they give off a more breezy summer vibe, and since they're a lighter color tone, they'll do a better job of reflecting the heat away from you, keeping you much cooler. Now, unless you know for sure that this wedding is going to be super flamboyant, this is not the time to peacock with your suit choice, because you do not want to overshadow the couple. However, with that said, you can play around a little bit and have a little bit of fun with some of your accessories. For example, go with a really bright pocket square if you want to snazz your outfit up a little bit. If the wedding is going to be completely indoors, for example, the ceremony in a church and the reception in a hall or a ballroom or something, I might suggest going with a darker color suit like a navy or a charcoal gray. The reason is that these darker tones read a little more formal, and they will tend to transition from day to evening a little more seamlessly than a lighter color suit option. Now, if it's a beach wedding, like actually on the sand, chances are that's going to be super casual. Again, check the dress code, but chances are you won't be needing your suit. At least in my experience, it's more of a casual cotton chino pants with a short sleeve white button-down shirt and maybe loafers, but that's about it. Here's one more thing that I want to address. So if you go out and buy a brand new suit for all these summer weddings you've got coming up, make sure that you cut open the jacket vent in the back of your suit jacket, as well as all of the pockets in your suit jacket. Now, these all come from the manufacturer sewn closed, and you do need to cut them open. A lot of times they're sewn shut so well that it might not seem like they should be cut open, but they should be. If you have any doubts, ask the store that you're buying your suit from to cut them open for you. So here's a little story time about that topic. So a few months ago, I was filming a wedding, and one of the guests was a sports celebrity. I'm not going to say who this guy was, but he was a world championship fighter. This guy spends his whole life in a gym. He doesn't wear a suit that often, so he put one on for this wedding, and it's completely understandable for him not to know certain aspects about suiting. So he was being photographed a lot, and so I noticed that the vents on the back of his jacket were still sewn closed. There was white fabric back there. So I waited a little while until he was mostly alone. I went and grabbed a pair of scissors that we carry with us to weddings, and I walked up and introduced myself, and I asked him if I could save his life. He sort of looks at me confused, and I sort of laughed it off a little bit, and I said, hey man, can I cut that vent on the back of your jacket for you? I said, look, you're being photographed a lot, and you're gonna be photographed all day long, so I feel like it's my job to make sure you look your best. He appreciated that very much, and then I sort of spent the rest of the evening kind of coming over and talking to me, and it was kind of a neat experience, but he was very thankful, and I'm glad that I did that. One more thing I wanted to recognize is a lot of the photos that you're seeing throughout this video are coming from my former partner and good friend, Carrie McGuire. So this isn't a sponsor type situation like at all, but I did want to call her out and recognize and thank her for letting me use a lot of these photos. She runs an amazing photography business based in Southern California. And so if you know anyone who's getting married and needs a destination wedding photographer, I can 100% vouch for Carrie. And if you're lucky, just maybe, she'll hire me as her second photographer and I'll get to meet you in person. Anyway, guys, I'm going to drop her website link down below in the description. Go check it out, read the blog, and leave her some fantastic positivity in her blog comments. And one more thing, fellas, if you're not already subscribed, please consider doing that right now because I'm here twice a week with brand new videos surrounding men's lifestyle. That means I'll see you in just a couple days for a brand new video. But until then, guys, be good to yourself.